All right, Tucker, are you ready to climb the top of that mountain right up there? I hope you're ready. I hope you got some rest. Okay, before I forget, this is the trail we're coming down at the end, so stay tuned. Good morning. We are out here on the Tunnel Springs Loop. I brought Tucker out with me, and we're gonna be exploring this loop again. We've done it before. It's a good little climb. That's what we needed today. We're gonna climb a little over 1,100 feet. I think it's 1167. And we're gonna go 4.3 miles or so. So it's gonna be a beautiful day. Hopefully we don't get any wind, but I want you to look out here at this view. Today we're gonna get a lot of views, and let me show you something special. That is Cabazon Peak as you head towards Cuba, New Mexico. We're gonna get views like this all day long. So on this loop, we're gonna get a lot of desert views. Cholla, prickly pear cactus, agave. We're gonna get views of Placitas, and out there in the distance is Rio Rancho. And right now we're headed to the east side of the Sandia Mountains towards Las Huertas, the village of Las Huertas. Now I chose the east route because I think it's a gradual climb up, so it'll make things a little bit easier as we go up. Now I could have taken a right and went up the canyon, but it's pretty steep ascent, so this way make it a little bit better. Some people will go right though and climb up to the top first. And I think either way you go is great, but this is the route that I'm going to be taking when in the future, in the near distant future, I'm going to be spending 2 nights up here in the Sandias, and I'm going to start off here going up to the crest and then end in Tijeras. So stay tuned for that video. I'm pretty excited about that. It's gonna be a 3-day trip. I could do it in 2 days, but I wanna spend 2 nights up here in the Sandias. Now, you notice that I have my trekking poles, and right now, I'm not really needing them a whole lot, but when I'm climbing down, I'm gonna need them for stability, so I went ahead and brought them along. I also made sure that I brought water for Tucker, and that way he is hydrated and doesn't need to find water. This is the second time Tucker and I have done this hike, and I'm already remembering the desert scenery and all the beautiful views that we had the last time. Can't wait to get to the top. I'm really excited about this hiking season. I started my year off a little bit different. I'll put a link to a video that I made last about getting ready for hiking season. I put in a lot of work in the last 5 weeks, so I can already tell that it's paying off. Now, because we're in the desert, one of the things you guys need to worry about is your dogs getting stuck by a cactus. So Tucker pretty much knows, but it's something to think about. They'll learn from experience, but sometimes you may need to pull those thorns out. Now, I could be wrong, but right up here, I believe, is the village of Las Huertas, and you're gonna see some trees that are green, because I think there was springs here where they could also put fruit trees and things like that. Let me zoom out. And I may be wrong, but I think that's what that is. And if you know, let me know in the comments, because I'd be interested in some confirmation of if I was correct about that. You know, there's one thing that I enjoy when I come out here is also talking to other hikers, and when I go backpacking, you know, talking to them. And I just met Joe, so shout out to Joe from Los Alamos, and we were talking about the trails in Los Alamos and how the students back in the day and still today are working on those trails in Los Alamos. So it was good talking with him. Springtime. It's just pretty. Okay, getting ready to get into the hot section of the trail today. Headed up on the east side now. And this is kind of where we start climbing more to get to the top. So if memory serves me correct, we're going to weave our way through these junipers for a little while until we get to the top. And when you're out here, don't forget to stop and take time to look at the views. Looks like we're getting closer to the top. about ready for some water. All right, here in just a minute. All right, right down there where that T is, this is where I started at, and we're getting ready to go downhill. Give you another view of Cabazon Peak out there, like you're headed towards Cuba, New Mexico. There's Jemez, looking over Placitas, headed towards Santa Fe, and that direction is Santa Fe. Looks like we've got 3 cars, 3 people on the trail. That's my white truck. Get beautiful views here, and this is why we came out and did this trail today, for the views. They're spectacular. So this part of the trail, this is where we start heading down, and then we'll take a right somewhere along here and then go down this canyon right here. And if you keep going straight, it heads you up to the crest on Sandia Peak. But you can see this wall from down below pretty easily. It's just a spectacular view though. Like I said before, you could take the canyon up. You're gonna get quite a bit of climb, and you'll get all your climbing mostly out of the way at the very beginning, and then have a nice chill walk down. But I like this slow climb up. I hear people coming up the canyon. So just had a conversation with some hikers that hiked up the canyon, and I go, "You decided to walk up the canyon, huh?" And they're like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm walking down it." They're like, "Well, you're brave. Be careful of those rocks on the way down." And this is why I have trekking poles. So it's one of the reasons why I enjoy my trekking poles, is that it gives you stability on the way down, and keeps you from sliding and rolling and everything else. So we're getting close to our turnoff, and still have spectacular views. Yeah. Can you sit? Sit. Sit. You too nervous? Give you some more water. Thirsty. He's sitting because I've got beef jerky. You think you want some beef jerky? Huh? You do? So I wanted to sit out here and take a break and enjoy this view. Give Tucker a break, give him some more water. Sitting on this rock, and I don't know if anybody knows what these striations are in this rock. It's a pretty cool rock. I'm not sure exactly what that is. And while I'm out here, I showed you Cabazon Peak. Let me show you something else. That little white patch, that's near San Ysidro. That's near Dragon's Back Trail. I'll try to put a link to that video right here if I can remember, and you can go back and watch that video that Tucker and I made of Dragon's Back. One thing about excuse me, this hike is try not to come when it's real windy. I picked a beautiful day, and I don't really have that much far to go. I just got to go down the canyon here and head out. Probably gonna stop and have a beer, so stay tuned, and we'll do a cheers. So right past that rock I was sitting on, if you'll left, you go up to the crest. We're gonna go right here and go down to our car. So again, you can take that up to the crest. It'll take you up top, but we're on the downhill, so this is where those trekking poles are going to come in handy. It's a little steep, but not too bad. Let's talk about trekking poles. I'll give you a little tip on them. You can buy trekking poles with or without this on it, okay? When you are doing your trekking poles, you want your hand to go up from the bottom, and then you have a little loop, and then you want to be able to do this. But this is how I use it on the uphill, and that little strap gives me a little bit of give as I'm going up. When I'm going downhill, I put my hand on the top of my trekking pole, and then I can push down as I'm going, and that's how I kind of keep my stability. So either way, don't do it this way. This is the wrong way. You want to make sure that you are going in, up, and then come down. There's a lot of debate on that, but that's how I use them, and that's what I'm sticking to. So hope you enjoyed that tip. Now, to me, I am more inclined to use the 4-point method when using trekking poles compared to the 3-point method. And let me explain that. The 4-point method means I've got all 4 points. My 2 trekking poles and my 2 feet firmly touching the ground, compared to the 3-point method that Cha-Cha uses every once in a while, where she has 2 trekking poles on the ground and her butt sliding down on the ground. For me, I just would rather be standing than using my butt to go down a mountain. Love you, Cha-Cha. That sun's pretty bright right now. So, give you some thoughts on this trail. I can tell you that I am feeling way better than I did last year about this time. But over the last 45 weeks, I've been putting 35 to 40 miles in a week in walking. And when I felt it immediately when I got out on this trail. It's a great trail. I do enjoy this trail, and one thing about this trail though that I've just noticed was, man, it's March, and I can't remember what the date is, but I'll put it up there. We're at like March 21st, I believe, and it's already hot, which is crazy to think about. So if you're gonna do this trail, you're gonna wanna get out soon and do this. I'm gonna post this this next week. So if you watch it, get out and get on this trail while you can, because during the summertime, this trail is going to be hot. Again, watch your out for the wind, and enjoy this trail, because it's just a beautiful trail with a lot of beautiful views at just about every single turn that you come to. We're a half mile up. Tucker's already found the cave. Let's go over and check out this cave real quick. All right, come on, Tucker. Let's go look at it. So I read that this is an old gold mine that they gave up on. You can feel the cold air just coming out of it. And they ended up putting these bars on it because people were sneaking in and vandalizing it. And I don't know if you can see that or not. It says, danger, hazardous mine opening. This mine was closed to protect the public using bat-friendly closure. So, pretty cool. Tucker, he's not too happy about me being in here, so I don't know why he's complaining, but I'm gonna listen to him and come out. All right, you ready to go? We're almost done. We can get to the truck and go have a beer at one of our favorite spots. All right, I'm about half a mile from the truck, and I'm not sure how much more there is to film, but I appreciate you coming out and going on this hike with me. Leave a comment if you've done this trail, and you can give me any advice as well. And if you see me on the trail, don't forget to yell out, "Hey Pops," and we'll see you on the next one. So we'll talk to you later. My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately. The other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my skin and bone, I'm remembering the words you told me. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. Did you have fun?